Hello, hello, hello. My name is Amanda. Welcome to class. This is our first class to kick off our Empower Your Practice 30-Day Yoga Challenge. New year, new yoga. So I'm so stoked to have everybody here tonight. If you are joining me live in January 1st, this is going to be kind of chill, going back to the basics, build our foundation so that over the next 30 days, you can add on to that foundation. So that's where we're starting tonight. If you have blocks, 1 or 2, go ahead and grab those. If you have a strap, go ahead and grab that. You may or may not need them. It's always nice to have extra stuff. If you don't have blocks or a strap, belt, scarf, mini rolled up blanket or pillow also works for what we're going to be doing this evening. We're going to be doing some heart openers. We're going to be setting some intentions for the night, the month, the year ahead, and diving into some of the basics. So let's get started. We're actually going to go ahead and start out seated. If it is more comfortable for you to sit on a block, feel free to do that. If when you sit on the floor you feel like you're real rounded, prop yourself on a block, blanket, pillow. I'm going to sit on the floor. Comfortable cross-legged position here. Whatever that means in your body. And bring your palms either down on your thighs for a little bit more grounding, especially if this holiday season was slightly chaotic for you. Now it was for me. I have 3 kids. It's always chaos in this household. If you are looking for a little bit more receptive energy, go ahead and bring your palms up. Final option, one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Just depends on how you're feeling this evening. Start to tune into your breath here wherever your hands landed. Take a deep inhale. Fill up your low belly, low ribs, upper ribs, all the way into the base of your throat. And then open your mouth. Exhale, let something go. Let the shoulders drop. Again, inhale completely. This time at the top of your inhale, hold your breath. Relax your jaw, even with your breath held. And then let it go. Exhale fully. One more round like that. Deep inhale, fill up completely. This time, hold your breath at the top. And open your mouth. Exhale, let it go. Start to come into whatever style of breathing feels comfortable and natural for you this evening. Letting your jaw be soft. Drop your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Create some space between your back teeth. A moment to scan your body. Notice how you're feeling, what's going on, where you might be holding on to any tension, any resistance, anything you may need to let go of. And take a moment here to set an intention for your practice. We'll dive a little bit deeper into intentions later on in the practice, but just set your intention for the next hour. Let go of everything else. All the goals, the opportunities, the plans, let those go for now. Why did you step on your mat today? Maybe it's something as simple as moving and breathing. Maybe it's something a little bit more complex in your life. Whatever that intention might be, allow that to keep you motivated anytime you feel challenged in your practice. Here for just a few more breaths, allowing yourself to tune in. And of your next exhale, gently flutter the eyes open if they were closed. Next, inhale, reach the arms high overhead, bring the palms to touch. And then exhale, draw hands to heart center. Again, inhale, sweep the arms high, reach through the fingers, maybe take the gaze up. Exhale, draw hands down towards your heart center. One more like that. Inhale, arms sweep high. And exhale, draw the hands back down. Take your hands to your shins, switch the cross of the legs, so opposite leg in front, making sure we're feeling even throughout our body. Seated cat-cow here, so pulling against the shins, inhale, bend the elbows, draw the chest forward, maybe lift the chin. On your exhale, pull against the shins, round the back, tuck the chin. Again, inhale, lift and lengthen, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the chin. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, spread through the shoulder blades. One more round like that. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Coming back to a neutral spine here. Adding in some hip circles. So taking your hands to your knees or your thighs. And on your inhale, shift yourself forward. Exhale to one side and round the back. Inhale to the other side and then take it forward, arch through the spine. Few rounds like that. You can go as fast or as slow as your body is calling for. Just allowing yourself to feel through the movement. Next time you come to the back, switch directions. Allowing your breath to lead you, allowing your breath to be your guide. Not just now in this move, in this pose, in this practice, but always. Next time you come to center, pause and bring yourself back up to neutral. Inhale, arms sweep high. On your exhale, take your left hand down. Really extend through that right side body, pressing down through that right hip crease all the way up through the fingertips. And then on your exhale, bend towards the left-hand side. You can keep just palm down. If you have further to go here, lower down to the forearm. Wherever you come, you want to be able to still press down to that right hip. So if that starts to lift, you want to back off just a little bit. With each inhale, finding a little bit more space through that side body. And then on your exhale, leading with the top arm, bring yourself all the way back up. Again, inhale, both arms sweep high. Exhale, take the right hand down, lift and lengthen through that left side. And then in your next exhale, fold to the right hand side. Take a few breaths here, pressing down through the left sits bone, through the left hip. Really extending that top arm as much as you can. Inhale takes you all the way back up. Switch across to the legs again. We're going to take that, but it's going to be a little bit more dynamic movement. So we're pairing the side body stretches with the hip circles we took earlier. So inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, take it over to the left. This time on your inhale, sweep that right arm forward. Exhale, take it to the right. Inhale, sweep left arm forward. Reach the right arm. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, switch. And exhale, switch. One more each side. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it all the way back up to neutral. Take your fingers behind you, interlace your fingers. If your hands don't meet, this is a good time to grab a strap. If they do meet, even if you can reach back with arms straight, start with your hands at your sacrum here. So with the hands at the sacrum, draw shoulder blades together and really take the shoulders down away from the ears so you have space through the neck. From there, just start to lift your hands away from your low back. Little goes a long way here. Doesn't need to be much. If your shoulders are feeling like they're a little bit tight tonight, they need a little extra love, you can always take a strap here. Same action, shoulder blades draw together, shoulders draw away from the ears. And then from there, however your hands are, whether they're on a strap or clasped, start to straighten the arms. The hands can be as far apart as they need to if you are on a strap. Really reaching through the fingers. Inhale, lift through the chest. And if it feels okay in the body, on your exhale, start to fold forward. Continue to lift the hands away from the low back. Nice and strong. Inhale, roll yourself back up. Bend the elbows, relax the shoulders, switch the cross of the legs. And one more time, reactivate everything. Shoulder blades draw together. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Start with the hands just lifting away from the low back. Few breaths here, broadening across the chest, collarbones. And then on your next inhale, start to straighten the arms. Again, if you have a strap, they can be as far away as they need to so that you can feel broad across the collarbone. So if at any point your shoulders are drawing in and rounded, you need to widen the hands to take the shoulder blades back. So create space for yourself. Inhale, reach back. Lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Now a little goes a long way here. With each exhale, allow yourself to melt just a little bit deeper. Sometimes that only happens in our brain, not physically. Nice and strong. Your inhale, pull yourself back up. Gently release your strap. Whew. Take the hands out in front of you. Go ahead and grab your strap if you were not using it previously. You're going to take your hands slightly wider than shoulder width distance. So you have this nice Y to your arms here. Inhale, arms reach high. And then on your exhale, take the hands to the right. Still sit up nice and tall, really stacking that left hand and shoulder over the left hip. And then from there, start to take the hands back. So you start to feel that stretch through the shoulder. Again, not very far. Now notice if the chest started to pop forward, can you draw all that back in and make this movement happen only through the shoulder joint? Inhale, take it back up to neutral. Exhale, take it to the left. And a little goes a long way. Notice if the chest started to pop forward, can you draw it in? And then start to take the hands back just a little bit. Lift the chin up. Inhale, take it to center. Slide your hands just a little bit further, far enough so that as you reach back, you'll start to feel that sticky spot. If the chest popped forward, draw it back in. You want to feel this across the front of the shoulders here. And then really reach the arms to straight, no matter how wide your arms are. Few deep breaths. And on your next exhale, you may need to widen your hands. Lower your hands all the way down behind you. Take it nice and slow. On your inhale, reach through your fingers, draw it all the way back up, nice and slow. Working through those sticky spots. Exhale, take it down to the front. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, take it all the way back. One more time. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, take it all the way down. Release the strap, drop it off to the side. Make your way to tabletop. So in tabletop here, stacking your hands right underneath your shoulders, your knees under your hips. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the chin. Spread through the collarbones. Exhale, press the ground away, round the back and tuck the chin. One more time, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale as you round. Come back to a neutral spine. Extend your right leg back, toes on the mat, and gently press through the heel. Opening up the backside body, start to round through the upper back, press through the heel a bit more, round through or spread through the shoulder blades. And then bring the spine back to neutral. Right leg extends back over the left to the left corner. Stay here for just a few breaths, finding that side body stretch again. Option to add on to this here, taking a peek back over your left shoulder towards your toes. If you still have further to go, that right hand reaches up and over. Now this might challenge your balance. Know that before you go into it. One more breath. And exhale, take it back to neutral. Extend your right leg out to the side. And then tuck your left toes and start to shift back and forth. Few more rounds of breath here. Just noticing any spots that might feel sticky. Coming to a neutral spine. On your inhale, reach that left arm high. And then on your exhale, thread the left arm through. Bring the shoulder down to the mat. You can stay here if you have further to go. You might take that right arm up over the ear. Final option here is to reach that right hand up overhead and then bend the elbow. Take the hand to the low back for a half bind. Feeling the space in between the upper back, in between the shoulder blades. Unwind all of this. Plant the right hand under the shoulder. Inhale, sweep that left arm back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take it back down. Switch sides. Right leg comes in, left leg extends back. Toes on the mat, press back through your heel. And then really working through that backside body. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, spread through the shoulder blades. Coming back to a neutral spine. Left foot extends over to the back right corner of your mat. Few breaths here. Working into that side body, you might take a peek over your right shoulder. And then final option here to add on a balance challenge. Take that left hand up to the right corner. One more big breath in. And exhale, unwind all of that. Extend your left leg out to the side. On your inhale, reach right arm high. Exhale, thread the right arm through. Bring the shoulder down to the mat. You can stay here, or you can walk that left hand up over the ear. As you breathe into the space in between the shoulder blades, really allow yourself to let go of any tension you might feel there. Inhale. Final option is to reach that left hand high. Take the hand behind the low back for a half bind. Next, inhale, re-extend that arm. Take the hand down underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, sweep that right arm high again. Exhale, take the hand back down. Tuck the right toes, and then just start to shift back and forward. Working into the hips here, allowing any of those sticky spots to just kind of melt away. Come back to neutral, draw the knee back in. Coming into a variation of child's pose, we're actually going to bring the knees together for this one. Sit your hips back on your heels. Now, if this is uncomfortable on the knees at all, you can take a blanket in between the calves and the hamstrings. From here, inhale, arms reach high, sit up tall. And then on your exhale, as you bring the hands down, let the palms come up at the feet and fold your belly over your thighs. Tuck your chin. Let your forehead rest on the floor or on a block. A little bit more supported variation on child's pose. Two more breaths here, just allowing the neck to relax, the face to relax, the shoulders to relax. Walk the hands back up, press back up to tabletop. From here, stepping left foot forward and then right foot, bend the knees deeply, slowly roll all the way up to stand. On your inhale, reach your arms high, bring your feet about hip-width distance apart. Turn the palms towards one another and then allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Create space through the body here. Take your low ribs and draw them towards the front hip points, engaging through the core. Another deep breath in. Exhale, take the hands down by the sides. And again, inhale, sweep the arms high. Core stays active. Exhale, take the hands back down. This time on your inhale, bring the palms to touch. Again, low ribs towards front hip points. We're going to take this into a back bend, so keep the core active. Send your tailbone towards your heels. Pull your kneecaps up towards your hips. And then lift. So I want you to think about going up first. Then you might lean back. You might take the gaze up. A little goes a long way. Next inhale brings you back up to center. Exhale, lower the hands back down. Inhale, open your arms wide. Exhale, variation on eagle arms. You're going to cross the elbows so that your palms are going to come to your shoulders and your elbows stack one right over the other. I can do this without getting the microphone. Nope. Take it off. Take a few breaths wherever you came to. There we go. And as you stand here, notice if you're arching through the back, can you find space here? Can you allow the shoulder blades to spread? Can you walk the hands further away from each other? Cross more at the elbows. And then allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. One more breath in. And exhale, release the hands. Inhale, open the arms wide. Switch the cross. So opposite arm on top. Do your best to remember which one that was. I always forget. Taking your hands to opposite shoulders. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. See if you can lift your elbows just a little bit more. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently release the arms. Shake out the shoulders. We did a lot of shoulder opening work at the beginning of class with our strap. So really taking the opposite of that gives you more of a well-rounded opening. Coming into half sun salutation, just gonna warm up the body here a little bit, do a tiny bit of breath work. So on your inhale, arms sweep high. On your exhale, with feet hip-width distance apart, forward fold. Relax your belly down to your thighs. You might bend the knees here a bit. We haven't done a whole lot of hamstring stretches, so allow your belly to fold down to your thighs. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Slide your hands to your shins and lengthen through your spine. Send the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, press down through the feet as you reach the arms high. Come all the way to stand. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. We'll take that 2 more times. We're going to take one breath, one movement. So inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, press down to reach up. Exhale, hands draw down. One more like that. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, forward fold. You can always add blocks in if that makes you more comfortable. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach high, come all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Release the arms down. Step the left foot back, and then bring the hands and the back knee down for a lunge. Now, because we're going back to basics, I highly encourage blocks here, even if you don't normally use them. Gives you a little bit more space to kind of move around and just see where your body's at, especially if you haven't practiced in a while. So press down through the front foot and imagine you're dragging your front heel back. Then press down through the back knee and imagine you're dragging your back knee forward. So they're moving in opposite directions or towards one another. Take 2 more breaths in here. With each inhale, send your chest further forward. Keep the action through the legs. And on your next exhale, start to straighten that front leg. See if you can keep the belly glued to the thigh. May mean that your leg doesn't straighten all the way. Mine definitely doesn't. Inhale here, send the chest forward. Exhale, bend the front knee again. Lift through the chin. And then again, shift back, half splits. So see if you can keep that belly to thigh connection, whether the front leg bends or not. Next, exhale, bend the front knee. Lift the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bend the front knee, low lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bend the front knee. This time, lift the back knee off the mat. That might mean your blocks come up one more height. Now, if you feel unstable at all, if you feel like you're wobbling left to right, go ahead and widen your stance. So take your back foot out to the left more and take your front foot to the right more. It gives you more surface area, gives you a better stability. So as you bend into that front knee, draw your right hip crease back. From here, press firmly into your feet and inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, take the hands to the hips, bend the back knee, and send your tailbone towards the floor. Same activation we did earlier in our standing back bend, your front low ribs to your front hip points, super active. Then start to straighten the back leg without losing that core activation. From here, inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the chest, lift the chin. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, take the hands down. Drop the back knee, and we're just going to switch sides from there. So left foot comes forward for our lunge. You might lower the blocks one level. Find your stability here. Find the connection between the thigh and the belly. Press the front heel down towards the mat. And press the back knee down. As you do that, start to draw the front heel towards the back knee. Really firing up the legs here. Inhale, send the chest forward, lift the chin. Exhale, keeping that belly to thigh connection, start to straighten the front leg. Half splits. Full inhale. And then exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, shift it back. Two more like that. Inhale, send it forward, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, take it back, half splits. Inhale, take it forward. Then tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Coming into this high lunge, you may lift the height of the blocks. And again, you can always widen your stance left to right here. Press firmly into that front foot as you reach the arms high. Exhale, take the hands down to the hips, bend the back knee. Activate through the core, tailbone towards the floor, then extend the back leg to straight. From there, inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, cactus the elbows, lift the chest. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, take the hands down. Drop the back knee down. Come to tabletop, move your blocks out of the way. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog as you lift the hips. Now for this first down dog, go ahead and bend the knees. Take your feet a little wider than hip width distance. And just notice, where are you feeling the stretch, feeling the work? Just notice. What does down dog mean in your body? Spread the fingers really wide. Press evenly into the palms and into the fingers. From there, press the ground away a little bit more, bend the knees deeper. Send your chest towards your thighs with the knees bent. Now, find that same core activation we've been finding. So your low ribs pull towards your front hip points. That should draw your belly off your thighs just a little bit without moving the legs. From there, start to straighten your legs more. They don't have to go straight, but in that direction. And then sending your heels towards the floor, even if they don't touch. Again, just in that direction. Keeping all of those things, can you press the chest back a little bit more while keeping active through the shoulders. 2 more breaths here. 1 big inhale. And on your exhale, nice and slow, walk yourself forward to a forward fold. Again, adding in blocks if you need them. Slide your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Press firmly into the feet. Inhale, stand all the way tall. Reach the arms high. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. Adding on to all of that, inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. We're just connecting everything we've done. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back for downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward for tabletop. Drop the knees down. Step the right foot forward for low lunge. Inhale, this time arms reach high. You can add in blocks if you need them. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, straighten the front leg, half splits. Again, you can always keep that front knee bent. Inhale, send the chest forward, low lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, arms reach high, crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted. Exhale, take the hands down, step back, tabletop first. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift it forward, tabletop. Exhale, step the left foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, straighten the front leg, half splits. Even if it doesn't straighten all the way, just in that direction. Next, inhale, bend the front knee, low lunge, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, arms reach high, crescent lunge, back heel lifted. Exhale, hands down, back knee down. Step back for tabletop first. Take a deep breath in here. Tuck the back toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in down dog. All of those motions that we talked about earlier. Pressing through the palms. Lifting through the shoulders. Even if the knees stay bent here, send the chest back towards the thighs. Send the hips a little bit higher. Send the heels towards the floor, even if they don't touch. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk yourself to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down firmly, reach the arms high. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. We're going to take the same thing. We're going to speed it up just a touch. Inhale, arms reach high. 1 breath, 1 movement. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back, tabletop. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, tabletop. Exhale, step right foot forward for low lunge. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands down. You can always add in blocks. Inhale, straighten the front leg, half splits. Exhale, low lunge, tuck the back toes. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach the arms high. This time, exhale, cactus the arms, lift the chest. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands down, back knee down. Come back to tabletop. Take a breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths in your down dog before we switch sides. Now, if at any point down dog is not a resting pose for you, you can always come back to child's pose. So whichever variation suits your body. One more deep breath in. Exhale, take the knees down, tabletop. Inhale here. Exhale, step left foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, straighten the front leg, half splits. Exhale, bend the front knee, tuck the back toes. Inhale, arms reach high, crescent lunge. Again, cactus the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the chest. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, take the hands down, take the back knee down, come back to tabletop first. Inhale here. And this time we'll take child's pose, knees wide, hips back, child's pose. Either arms stay out in front of you or palms up at the ankles, just whichever variation feels better for you. You can bring the palms to touch here, bend the elbows, and take the thumbs towards the back of the neck. Giving your shoulders a little bit more love. Inhale, we extend the arms out. Press up again, tabletop. Tuck your back toes, or tuck your toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk to the top edge of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep high, reach. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. All right, taking this up to chair pose. So I really like to add a block in chair because it supports the core. It helps to engage the core and supports the low back. So you're going to take a block in between your thighs. If you have a blanket, if you roll it up, it does the same thing. So all you're doing is squeezing into the block here. Bring your hands to your hips. The block is going to tell you how far apart your feet need to be. You really want to be able to engage into that block. This also internally rotates your thighs, your thigh bones. So as your thigh bones internally rotate, that creates more space in the low back. From here, hands to the hips, lift the chest, draw shoulder blades together. And then exhale, come back to a neutral spine, sink the hips for chair pose. Shift your weight back towards your heels a little bit more and draw your belly in. From there, lift the chest and then sink the hips a bit deeper. Squeeze into your block. Inhale, arms reach high, or they can stay to the hips if the shoulders need a break. We'll be here for 3 breaths. With each inhale, find more expansion, more length through the spine. With each exhale, allow yourself to sink in an inch deeper. 1 more inhale. And exhale, bring hands to heart center, straighten the legs. Keep the block. We're going to go in 1 more time. Catch your breath. Shake out your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chair pose. Squeeze the block as you lower the hips. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Lift your chest. Tone the low belly in. Then you might sink an inch deeper. Inhale. Exhale, an inch deeper. Inhale. Exhale, an inch deeper. Inhale. Exhale, stand tall. Whew. Slide your block out. You're going to bring both blocks to the top edge of your mat. So similar to what we did for our half splits, we're going to do that in a standing variation. So right foot is going to be forward. Left foot's going to come back about 2 to 3 feet. So wide enough that you have space between your feet, but not so wide that you're toppling over. You might even widen your feet from left to right. So you want your feet to be about hip width distance apart, like you're on railroad tracks. Turn your back toes in slightly, 45-ish degree angle. From here, hands to the hips, draw shoulder blades together. Length through the spine, but tone through the belly. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward. This is where blocks can be nice. You might take your hands to your shin, or if the blocks are accessible, slide the blocks back right under your shoulders. Come to pyramid. Send your right hip crease back. As you do so, send your chest forward. Again, creating length through the spine here. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. With each exhale, see if you can fold a little deeper. Next, exhale, slight bend in the front knee. Bring yourself all the way back up. From there, step the back foot further back and open up for warrior 2. So you're aiming to have your front heel be in line with the middle of your back arch. For there, arms reach wide, and then sink a little deeper into the front knee. Only so far that the knee stacks above the ankle. Shift forward, shift back, find your center. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach the arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Two more like that. Inhale, reach and straighten. Exhale, sink. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. From here, inhale, straighten the front leg and slide your upper body forward without moving the hips. Let the hips be where they're at. Upper body leans forward. From there, tip forward to your block. You can bring it to the inside or outside edge of the foot and bring your top hand to your hip. Tuck your right hip crease underneath you and let your back hip fall forward a bit. Keeping the hips where they're at, open through the chest so that the twist starts from the navel and works all the way up through the spine. Gaze is wherever's most comfortable on the neck, either down to the ground, up to the ceiling, or somewhere in between. Few breaths here. Tune back in. One more inhale. And exhale, bend the front knee. Keep a hold of your block. Come all the way back up, warrior two. Reach that right arm high. Bend the elbow. Take your left hand behind you and catch the block in between. Now, if that's still too far for your hands to catch, if this does not happen in your body, you can drop the block and just reach. You can also add a strap in between. You're going to press into that upper arm, so press the head back into the upper arm. See if you can bend the front knee a little bit more and lean back for a reverse warrior variation. Just opening again through the shoulders, underarm. Inhale takes you back up to center. Release the bottom hand first, then take the top hand up, lower the block down. Step the back foot up. We're going to come to pyramid on the other side. So stacking the blocks, right foot's going to step back 2 to 3 feet and widen your feet so that they're about hip width distance apart. Hands to the hips. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale as you fold forward. So again, you can take hands to blocks. You can take hands to the shin. Send your left hip crease back. Inhale, with each inhale, find length. And with each exhale, fold a little deeper. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Press firmly into the feet. Inhale brings you all the way up. Step your back foot a little further back as you bend your front knee, coming into that warrior two variation. So aiming to have your front heel in line with the middle of your back arch and reach the arms wide. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, warrior two as you sink down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, warrior two. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Keeping the arms on the horizon, straighten the front leg. Shift the upper body forward and tip forward, hand to shin, a block, or the floor. Bring your top hand to your hip. Slide that left hip crease back as you let your front hip tip forward. From there, keeping the hips where they're at, twist from navel to all the way up through the spine. Gaze wherever it's most comfortable for your neck. Press firmly into the feet. Keep your hand on the block. Bend the front knee. Bring the block with you. Inhale, warrior two. And then reach that left arm high. Bend the elbow. Take the right hand behind the back. And again, you're aiming to catch the block in between the hands. Press your head into your upper arm. And variation on reverse warrior. Inhale as you lift. Finding more stretch through that underarm on the left side. Bring yourself back up to neutral. Release the bottom hand. Lift the left arm high, and then take the block down. Step forward, forward fold. Both blocks out in front of you, both hands on the block. Bend the knees a whole bunch. You might even bring forearms to the block if that's accessible in your body. Inhale, halfway lift. And then your exhale, take a seat. The hard stuff is done. Woo. Good work, y'all. If you are just getting back to your practice, you've been off your mat for a little while, or this is a new practice for you, some of these standing poses take time, especially if this is the first time you're hearing them. And some of them, it takes your body a minute to remember what you're trying to ask it to do. So don't get frustrated. Just enjoy the learning journey. Grab your strap. You're going to take your strap around your right foot and come all the way down to your back. Extend your right heel towards the ceiling. Keep your left knee bent and your foot on the floor. Right hand to your strap. Just working into the hamstrings just a little bit more. I want you to think about pressing your right hip down to the ground so it's really heavy. Then press your right hip forward away from your right shoulder. Two more breaths here. And your exhale, bend your right knee open to the right hand side. Cross your ankle over for figure four. You can drop your strap or keep it. Right knee draws forward. You can stay here. This is plenty. If you need a little bit deeper of a hip stretch, send your hands through your thighs. Grab either behind your hamstrings or cross your fingers on the top of your shin. Wherever is most comfortable for you. Allow the hips to be heavy to the floor as well as the shoulders. So if the shoulders start to lift up, you may need to back off of this pose a little bit. Now shift your legs towards the left until you feel a little bit more sensation in that right hip. Again, we're looking for sensation, not pain. Any tingling, pinching, anything like that, we want to back off the pose. Two more breaths here. The end of your exhale, release your hands and let that left foot lower down to the mat. Keeping this figure four position, drop your left knee and right foot down for a twist. Left hand comes to that top leg and just gently give yourself a little bit of an adjust here by pressing that right thigh or right knee forward, just wherever you can reach. If that's too much, back off. Right arm's going to come out to the side. Gaze either directly at the ceiling or towards the right arm, so away from the legs. Now we'll be here for several breaths. As you start to allow yourself to settle in to this twist, into this release, at any point you need to come out, please feel free to do so. Come back to your breath. Do another scan of the body. Are you still feeling tension or resistance where you were at the beginning of class? Come back to the intention you set at the beginning of your practice. Why did you step on your mat tonight? And then come back and notice through the last year that just ended, where did you have any challenges along the way? What did you need to work to get through? And whatever those challenges might be, Allow yourself, as you ring out, as you let go through the body here, do the same with those challenges. Because you're on the other side. You made it to another year. Remind yourself that even when things get hard, remind yourself even when you think chaos has taken over, you were still able to make it to another year. And your next inhale, gently bring yourself back up to neutral. Uncross. Grab your strap. Take it around your sole of your left foot and extend that foot up towards the ceiling. Strap in the left hand. Let that left hip be heavy to the ground. Press your left hip crease away from your left shoulder, getting more length through that left side body. Pull your toes towards you. At the end of your exhale, bend your knee, cross your ankle over your thigh for figure 4. So again, you can stay here, pressing your left knee forward. Or if you are looking to take that stretch just a little bit deeper, reach your hands through your legs, grab behind the thigh or top of the shin. Wherever you come to, allow your hips and shoulders to be heavy to the mat. And then slide your legs to the right just a touch until you start to feel that stretch through your left hip. Few breaths here. Letting your jaw be soft. It's said that our hips are the seat of all of our emotions. So as we reflect on the past year, as we reflect on any emotions that might be coming up for us, keep in mind that as we do these hip openers, it allows you to release more than just tension. Gently release that right foot down to the ground. And then drop your right knee and your left foot to the ground for that twist. If you're taking that little extra adjustment, your right hand comes to your top thigh and gently presses forward. Left arm out to the side. You can take your gaze to the ceiling or towards that extended arm. And then tune back into the breath. the next variation, left foot comes up on top of that right thigh, let that right hip lift. Uncross, bring yourself back to center. Tuck your knees into your chest one more time, give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And then extend your legs out for your final resting pose. If you're taking Shavasana, if you have a wall accessible, you can take legs up the wall. Something that's grounding. Bring to mind one intention, a theme, a word, a feeling that you want to really focus on throughout the new year. Not a resolution, something a little bit deeper than that. How do you want to feel? Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, letting go of anything that might prevent you from reaching that emotion, that feeling, that intention. And as we rest here for the last few moments of class, allow yourself to just kind of tune into how your body can move forward in this space, how it can bring to light what you're hoping for in the new year. Some awareness back to the body, wiggle your fingers, your toes. Reach your arms high overhead, stretch out long, take a deep breath in. And your exhale, take your time to slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Head comes up last. Another deep breath in, arms reach high, palms to touch. Exhale, bring hands to heart center and bow your forehead towards your fingertips. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you got something new, you learned something new from your body on your mat tonight. May you take this new knowledge, this intention, this emotion that you've set forth for yourself for the new year, and do something that brings you joy. From my heart to yours. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for those of you who are joining me for the first time. This is day 1 of our Empower Your Practice 30-day challenge. If you click in the description below, you can get your free daily planner. Just go ahead and click the link and it will email it to you. And we will be doing 15-minute practices on YouTube every day. They will be pre-uploaded, so you can do them anytime that you want. Every Wednesday we will have a bonus 1-hour live session, because we go live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe and like this video, turn on the notification bell to get notifications so that you don't miss a single day of the challenge. If you are joining me on social media, tag me in your videos, tag me in your poses, tag me in your thoughts, and I hope to see you again next week and for our live session, and I hope to see you tomorrow for day 1 of our 15-minute practice. Have a great night.